final race of the cross country season this Saturday, the D2 invite down in Lubbock. I mean, how's the team looking, and what are your expectations heading into Saturday?
Yeah, I think that, like I've been saying the last couple of weeks, is that we're just moving in the right direction. So, boys are really looking like the team that we were last year, maybe a little bit better than the team that we had that was 10th in the nation last year. Really, how good we're going to be really comes down to what Zeke does for us and what Briggs does for us. That those are two guys that were All-Americans in 2018 and 2019, and they ran as my 5 and 6 at the Lone Star Conference meet. So we're running really well. I think that we're running just as good as we were last year, but we have two of our heavy hitters kind of on the back end of things. So if they look any bit of the form that they looked those 2 years, that we're going to be a very, very good team Saturday, and just keeps on getting me more and more excited about where we're going to be at next year with all these guys back again. But yeah, I think that the way Innocent and Batari are running, that we expect them up front. I don't know if they can run with Western's top guys or not, but they're gonna give it their best and try and do it. Hope to see Zeke up there as well, and we'll just kind of see how Arno kind of handles going up to 10K. See how freshman Harry Lord handles going up to 10K as well. But we definitely got the depth. We've got guys with experience. We'll just look to see our guys run with the same kind of patience and mentality that they ran the last couple of races with. And if they do that, we'll be up there. So we look at the ladies' side of things. Women's team, again, just trying to make it through the year and have some stronger results than we had at the conference meet. That again, they've had a little bit rougher go with the COVID situation than our boys' team has. So just getting through this season and getting some good results in. We're really happy with that. Happy with the conference result. Hopefully we do a little bit better this week with some of those girls getting a little bit more training under their belts. The big thing though is just to see is Florence going to go out there and is she going to win it? That's I think she can, but there's definitely some girls at Western State, MSU Denver, a girl who really came out at Northwest Missouri that could really challenge her. So I'm really excited just to get to see how she does with competition. She's not just going to run away from these girls like she did from everyone in the Lone Star. There's actually some competition out there for her this weekend. So we'll find out how good she is, and I think that we'll find out is she one of the top 2 or 3 runners in the country, or is she kind of in that top 15 to 20 range. So we'll find that out this week.
So with Florence, with the competition going up, is the game plan for her to kind of just fill it out, or is she just going to take it hard from the gun like she did in Angela?
We'll see how it all plays out. I mean, we want to run our race and not run to our competition. So that's kind of what I told her this morning on the run, is that I want you to run your race and see who's there. I mean, I really think worst case scenario, she runs her race and there's 1 or 2 girls out there that can probably beat her if her race plan doesn't go to plan. So worst day, I think she finishes 3rd or 4th if she blows up a little bit. But I really put my money on her being able to hang in there and go. But Western State, they're Western State, so we're not going to look past their girls because they've been really, really good for a long time. And Coach Michael does a great job over there with those girls. And same thing on the guys' side. She does an awesome job with the guys, but we're really looking forward to having that opportunity to run against them. Get to run against Northwest Missouri, 2 teams that were both top 10 last year at the national meets. So.
Will the course be the same as the one y'all ran on earlier this season, or will they change it because it's the national meet?
It'll just be longer. The boys ran 8K and the ladies ran 5K, so there'll be some extra loops, or the loops will change a little bit, but they ran on those parts of the course, so they know what to expect. There's some little hills. It's going to be windy, so it's not going to be as fast and as I guess rhythmic of a course as Angelo was. So that'll be good for us. That'll be really good for our guys that are longer distance guys. It'll definitely help us over any of those teams coming up from sea level. I think that Alabama Huntsville, they're pretty good. They're coming from they're probably the furthest team traveling up here. That'll probably make things pretty challenging for them coming up to altitude, running in the wind a little bit. So could hurt a little bit on Northwest Missouri a little bit coming up from there. So we're going to hope to use that as our advantage, just like we do when we host a regional. We get those teams from the Lone Star coming up here. So we just want to see what we can do, and instead of the target being on our back, we want to go run after some of those teams like Western State and Northwest Missouri, the way that we kind of got targeted. Just hopefully hang up there a little bit better than those other teams did hanging up with us in the Lone Star.
Well, what would you consider a successful meet on Saturday?
I want us to be able to put some guys in those, most of our guys within the top fives of Western State and Northwest Missouri. Western was 7th and Northwest was 5th last year, and both those teams have a number of guys returning from last year's teams. So I definitely want us to have 3 or 4 guys in their top fives, and at the bare minimum, that's the expectation. If we can do better than that, then it'll be a really successful day. But I want to show the guys. I want them to know they can compete with them. Western beat Adams State earlier this year, so to be able to go and give them a pretty good run will tell us a lot about where we're at, especially as we move into hopefully a normal year next year. That really would like to be able to say that, hey guys, you can run with the best, and maybe that kind of steers our culture, keeps our culture moving in the direction that it's going. If we can have a good weekend this weekend, and same thing for the girls. If they can go out there and close that gap on DBU a little bit, not be too far behind UCCS. We know we're going to get better as some of these girls develop and have a hopefully normal year next year. And as we continue to bring in some of the recruits we have coming in, we're very excited about that. We want to close that gap on DBU, UCCS, and this will just give us an idea on kind of where we're at and what we have to do over the next 12 months to be in that conversation with those teams, that not only will our boys continue their streak of success, but our girls know what they need to do to start going to national meets on a regular basis.
Aside from the players that might just be in COVID protocols, do you expect a full complement out there on Saturday?
Could you repeat that?
Is it aside from the players that may be out because of COVID, do you expect a full complement of runners out there on Saturday?
Oh yeah, there's going to be it's going to be a big field. I think 14, 15 teams or so, and our boys are pretty much 100%. We got everyone out there. Ladies, we kind of got 50% of our roster as expected out there, kind of just rolling through things. So, but nonetheless, definitely expect some great results and great competition out there. Not all the teams we would have hoped to be out there. I'd love to see some of those RMX schools come out here that chose not to come to this, but at the end of the day, there's still going to be some awesome competition. This is going to be by far our most competitive meet that we run in all season.